Welcome everybody to Onward VRML Channel 2. We are here in week 4 covering the Vindicators versus the AfterHours. And I think we're in for a good treat tonight, considering I've played against the Vindicators already this season, and the AfterHours also have plenty of experience here, coming in at Season 11, if I remember my stats correctly. Yep, Season 11. And Vindicators is a brand new team to VRML, but they are doing quite well. They are currently 4-1. So, yeah, they're nothing to really shake a stick at over here yet. So, we're in for a pretty good night, I think. Lineup for After Hours is Fog Cabin, Chandler Sullivan, Wolf in the Knight, Trippy Scotty, and Narcotizer. And looks like we are almost set to go here. Vindicators have Hello Speed, Mr. Hello Speed, I'm sorry, Derpy, I-545I, Minigame Apex, and Alex E44. Should be starting up here momentarily. Let me get into the bands here. So, bands, as they just start off, are going to be Downfall for Vindicators, and After Hours is banning Tanker.
Thank you.
So let's hop right on MD and give me much time to talk it out here. Everybody was right in the set to go.
We are ready to play the Vindicators.
With literally on the dot for 9:30 Eastern here, so welcome in, and let's enjoy the ride here. Looks like we're going to see a relatively good defense. I think C4 did come out here. Fog Cabin pushing over on the western alley here. And getting the first kill on Vindicators. Definitely going to make them slow down a little bit, as they did come up through the northern stair quite quickly here. Hello Speed just slowing down. Not around where Fog was much anymore, but do want to be a little cautious here. Alex and Derpy coming in from this side in the eastern alley with an ineffective C4. Looks like they are going to play us really safe here. Chandler holding that corner. Coming up for them, and Trippy go down with this and get shut right on down by Derpy and Alex with the kill credits there on the reels. Fast enough reaction on both sides there. Chandler just gets a few rounds off, but does get flashed by that and pull back.
I know, I got you. I cross.
Looks like we are going to have one pushing in on south here. Let's take another quick peek over on this side as they are starting to push in here. Narco not looking the direction, as minigames coming up here. A couple of pre-fire shots in the corner, nothing to hit there, but we're expected to return to at least slow them down. Flashbang! No, it's a frag! No, it is a flashbang. Okay, good. I thought it was a frag coming up, but the frag was going down and gonna down Apex there. Chandler running around with lots of action, trades out with Alex after the flashbang, but Alex is only down here with Derpy going to come up in for this revive, uncontested. And there's the confirm from Narco. So that really leaves a 3v3, and I'm sorry, down on the return side here. That was a great toss by Fog Cabin over there. Look at this, look at this, look at this! Oh! A wonderful C4 placement.
1-6.
So, Vindicators really gonna be contested on this push in the east, but I mean, are the last two standing. That means Fog Cabin is gonna have pretty good angle, as you'd expect, but I think they're gonna try to smoke this out. excellent pullback strat here, but they are going to push this on time with that smoke grenade, as they only do last a handful of seconds, with Alex scrounging around for some more utility. What did they end up grabbing there? Another smoke? Flashbang. And Derpy is also going to challenge us now with a little bit of a missing timing compared to Alex, but nonetheless, Narco gets the kill. It is wrapped up with Wolf in the Night with a G36.
That was about as well played as it gets for us.
And AfterHours grabs the first point there. Looks like Wolf and I saw 2, Narco saw 1, Alex had 2. So relatively spread out in the corners of where people were chilling out and finding those little angles there, but not a bad round ultimately for AfterHours. They did hold it down quite well. Common spots, but nonetheless, that alleyway in the east is a hard one to push if you don't really gain control in the back corners of the satellite uplink area. If you really can't get control of that or smoke it out to at least ensure that nobody can see you walking in or crawling in to a little in front of the doorway next to the uplink, that's really right where the capping ring is. You really just have a hard time pushing that if you really can't eliminate the opposing threats there. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It's been a busy evening for me here, so hope everybody else had a little less stressful night. I was doing a good amount of running around and stuff for the kids, so let's check out how the AfterHours are going to approach, especially with a quick spawn.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, what is... Now that is an interesting strat. Where did... Oh!
That's alright.
A little smoke mortar would have helped out there, but that would have also been very well played with just getting the smoke to land in normal into a good area for it. Alex with that early C4 really doesn't help, unfortunately. Free fire through that. Didn't pick up anything just yet. Looks like Chandler is going to challenge it from a much deeper angle. They're going to encounter 2. Oh! Let's go take a peek at that. Down in the alley, Trippy does get pulled back up. The smoke is definitely going to give them a little bit of cover, but they are going to have to watch this as they approach in now, especially with lower amounts of health. Come on back to this in a second here, and checking out the east stairway again. Really not a lot of movement here. We only have had a minute and a half in time, though. Looks like AfterHours are really committed to a 3-2 push on both sides. Nice little late angle here. Oh! Alright, I was expecting I-5 to poke out a little bit more for that kill, but the trade out in the end for them. Down goes 2 in the east. They are free access in. Derpy pulls back in from the south. Just gonna hold the angle as best they can. They do have a little bit of the cover from the uplink. But it is a 1v2 now. And I-5 is really holding tight on that western approach. And we trade out in rounds for Vindicators grabbing their first. So we're moving off into Chinatown. Very defendable position, in my opinion. Much more favored in bulk than, say, for the Marsoc side. But, I mean, obviously, with how close it is, you've got to smoke and flash your way in. You can get right on the edge of the corners of the doors, and you can grab that. But you really got to lock down your approach in, because C4s, as we've seen, going all night so far. I think there was 2 C4s on each side, so they're trading off with that. We're gonna get a little more action in the C4 realm, it seems, but doable. It's definitely doable. So while we have a bit of time, if you would like to join the production team for doing anything with graphics or casting or video editing, like content kind of creation, we would love for you to join. Hop on over to the website and actually go to the register tab, I believe it is, for the production team. It's a short little app on Google Forms, and yeah, we'll review it and get to you as soon as we can. Definitely in need of a few roles. So if you have those skills, great to have you join. Fog is going to hold back. Might actually see a little bit of action behind them in a minute there. Looking at the mini-map, looks like they're trying to figure out which way they want to go ultimately. And one is pushing all the way in the north. Looks like they're holding back for a timed push though.
If I die by a C4, it's pretty kill, okay? Oh! On the right. I think I heard one like on the right by the girl. I'm not sure.
You have a grenade?
Relatively good call out there from Apex, but
I'm not sure.
Holding a line?
they are taking their time being a little chatty about it for that kind of a call out. Oh, Chandler with an excellent C4 and a quick grab on that kill. Gonna peek out this corner just as Alex pulls back in. Might get a little bit too peeky here. Here comes a flashbang. Definitely effective. Chandler's gonna have to lay down in order to not be seen. Wow, what a quick glimpse on that laser. And here they come. Lasers meeting, and ultimately Chandler comes out of that alive. Now a 3v5 push. Whoop, another C4. It's on the garbage can. Just need a little bit more patience.
They would just kill the guy on C4s.
It's like they're holding back plenty of patience from I-5. Trying to get a little peek out here, but Trippy definitely knows there's somebody over this way. And as predicted, Fog did end up getting one from behind on that. And here it comes, here it comes. Where's the click? Where's the click? They're gonna be out of range. No, they're totally out of range there. Oh, an unfortunate turn of events for Trippy as I-5 manages to sneak all the way up, and Narco's gonna come around looking for the cover down on the angle and a potential refrag. Coming back up here, Hello Speed's looking for the head of fog.
Don't come for the res. Do not come for the res.
You ain't down.
A little bit of psychology going on here.
Do not come for the res. Go around the corner.
A little too much chatter, I think, from that, and Narco does get taken out by I-5, but
Delta 1, he's in main alley, it's Hello Speed.
No, no. I would never.
everybody knows their voices here, it seems like. So, Hello Speed is going to push this alone with Wolf in the Night and Chandler both looking this direction. Could have warranted pre-fire there, but grabs Wolf in the Night and ducks back in. Chandler was not able to connect with those rounds, and Hello Speed looks like they're going to wrap all the way around. I think this timing on not pushing back out or shooting is going to trip off Chandler here in the end. Uh-oh. Those rounds. That accidental trigger pull. "55 seconds on the clock. Hello Speed with no utility, it looks like, is going to have to make this push. Yeah, no utility. This is going to be an interesting little debacle here. Chandler's not looking that direction, as he's thinking that Hello Speed is off on the other side, but a little bit of pre-fire gives that position away. 30 seconds on the clock. Safe cross out from Hello Speed, looking for the kill. Chandler does get the defense ultimately in the end there. What a round they had. That's C4 in the north. How did that not go off? It was a full alley push before it blew. And Trippy just basically got nailed in the face into a quick round of the corner. I mean, that would have helped, because they did, I-5 did get 2 down on the north here, because there was Narco and then Trippy. So that did cut them down a little more. If Trippy had clicked that at the right timing, it would have been a little bit of a different ball game. They would have had a little bit more room to actually go out and hunt down Hello Speed in the end of it all. Anywho, let's see how AfterHours are going to attack this now. And Vindicators are up next for defense. With how I think if I remember correctly, how I've seen Vindicators play, they might do a bit more of an aggressive push, maybe pushing one down in the north alley or all the way in east. No quick spawn.
Hey, grenade.
You should look under, you know, like when the box is like match schedule.
A little bit of knife trickery going on here by Derpy. Also carrying a C4.
Such a nerd. Such a nerd. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Yeah, and kind of as expected. They're going to do a bit of an aggressive defense here, really not leaving anybody directly on it. One is going to have approach in on the garbage dumpster, and Alex is covering the other side. But really not anybody sitting directly on it. I don't think that where they wanted it to.
Watch the C4. They've used two last time.
Nobody's coming in on the north. We are going to have some action coming in from the basement, it looks like. Apex really just gonna have to hold tight in here until everybody exposes just enough of the body to get clipped. And look at this mini-map spread. Everybody's really all within range of each other. Center. One, and a refrag on that. Only downing Trippy. A little bit antsy on that peak there. And that C4 is still... That means the other C4 went off somewhere over in this side of the alley. Which, Hello Speed and I-5 are on this side. But nobody's actually coming in from the basement just yet.
Yo, if you're on contact, then spam anything. Someone wrote it then. Anyone who knows.
Loving the M203 smoke. This is really good tactics for getting additional smoke in and longer smoke. It does spend the additional point, so they are going to go down by one. Oh! And he didn't get the C4, but he got a quick peek on the kill there. Trippy goes down as well before trading out. They're not going to have an accurate kill count on the Vindicator side, but we are in a 3v3 here. I thought I had a camera set up for the angle on the west alley. I'm gonna have to get back over here. I-5 and Hello Speed fall back from their positions after losing Derpy. A wise choice.
Stay over there. Stay behind.
But they're really gonna have to deal with Narco over here, who has a 249. Oh! An excellent frag grenade. Quick clean up there. Down goes Hello Speed and Narco, but only downing Hello Speed. I-5 is alone. A 1v2 now, but Hello Speed's able to give the callouts. They're really going to have to get over there and quick in order to be able to get that revive and make this a 2v2. But they're not moving. Plenty of opportunity here as Fog Cabin is all the way down, the most exposed out of there. As I say, of course, Wolf in the Night does come out and around. But I-5 hasn't gone for the res. I don't think Hello Speed can see this angle. No, it's a bit late. They might be able to get a little bit of... Yeah, they definitely can get a little bit of a glimpse. Just a tiny glimpse. So that call-out will definitely be helpful, but 1 minute remaining. Wolf in the Night and Fog Cabin are going to have to push in here in a minute, in under a minute. They only have... Okay. Oh, I see. It was a little bit of a noise distraction. I think that tablet throw might have actually given away that one is down because of the fact that nobody directly shot or repositioned there audibly. With 25 seconds remaining, I don't know what Wolf of the Night is planning on doing here. They're going all the way around. It's going to take them another 15 to get through the alley. Fog Cabin is going to be pushing this alone. Just looking for any sort of angle on hello speed. Not sure exactly where they are. 10 seconds remaining. Where is this push? There's a full mag dump. And Wolf of the Night's coming around finally, but they're only going to get down and... Alright. Just a quick... quick turnaround, and it was barely out of time. Just barely. Vindicators pick up that defense. I don't know what was going on in the mind of I-5, maybe playing it a little more conservatively, but there was so much time to go around from their position, watching the archway on the northern side of the arch, and then come in for the res on hello speed. But it is what it is. Ultimately did trade out with Fog Cabin, leaving Wolf of the Night up as the last one standing, but just a little bit late on the timing. And now we are in the north. For wrapping up the map here. 545. All right, thanks, Grim. First time chatter, by the way. Thank you. Love seeing new chatters, new followers, new subscriptions. Love all that. We've been keeping tabs on the stats recently, and absolutely love the amount of interaction we've been seeing from the community here. Mason going right on in. A frag followed up by a flash with the entire team pushing in here. Holding back a little reserve as that flash and frag come up and over. Mason getting a little bit antsy with compared to the rest of the team, needing some smoke here as that call out for the utility does come out.
Once it's off, I'm shooting M203. No.
Here's the counter M203 smoke, perfectly positioned. We're not going to see a thing down here in a second, people. Narco and Wolf holding the late approach back in. Not going to get anything just through us yet. Oh! I don't think they can see that, but there was a down from Mason, and Chandler returns the favor with a C4, and that with a Molotov even. That locks down the north stairs. They can't move without getting hit. And just like that, Vindicators were cut right on down. And down to 1, with Derpy remaining only a down and 1 kill off of that C4 return.
Fuck, no, smoke.
Wolf of the Night gets finished off. Narco looking for anything to get free fire. Derpy is in the line of fire. Does get a lucky shot, but only a down again. Narco did have a frag. They could have held off the attack a little bit more. Derpy's gonna have to rush in real quick. It's undefended. Trippy comes back in, rotating from the east stairway, the horseshoe, and Fog Cabin's looking that direction already. But Derpy, instead of pulling the tap out and going for it, finishes off Narco, and Trippy's right around the corner. There goes Trippy. Fog Cabin's crashing in. Here comes the flashbang. And a super effective one. What a way to end it. Derpy held their own, but it just was not the right way to handle that, I guess. I mean, kills are kills. But, there was plenty of time for a cap. Plenty of time for a cap. Instead of going for the finish off on Narco and letting them give them the call out to the rest of the team, they likely could have had punched the code in by the time Trippy got back. And it's not like Fog Cabin was a direct threat in there as well, because they were holding back on the north stairway. So the cap could have come out and wrapped that up, I think. But they didn't get all the kills. They got, what, 3 kills in that? Where's Dirk being here? Yeah, they're at 8 and 4 right now. They got 3 kills, if I remember right in there. So very effective strategy for killing, but that missed cap could have wrapped this up for them in their favor. Now they're going to have to... We're really going to have to lock this uplink down to hold it and make it a 3v3, which then gives AfterHours the return on Volk in a new uplink. That might have been a key moment. Enough of me rambling. Let's get back into the game here.
It was a great try, but you need to work on it, Captain. That's it.
I'm gonna play the C4 spot with that machine thing. Or play my spot.
545 is gonna do a C4 on the back of the vending machines up here. Where'd it go? I didn't see it. Oh, it's the pay phones. We did have a C4 go off in the north, but nothing connects. Chandler getting a quick pick on Mason as they were a little bit peaky. Perfectly thrown flashbang to hit Narco as well. The Apex. Oh! Might not wrap this up. Okay, they realize ultimately that somebody was in the smoke. Directly on them as a defensive smoke. Trade after trade, we go in here on the north, while the rest of the team is pushing in from the basement. What does Hello Speed have for utility? Flashbang, and that's it looks like. Check in on the progression of the rest of the team down here. Really reserved. Considering the angles that they're coming in from with a full south push, I'm not surprised. It is kind of the right move, but
Is that
with Narco kind of doing this push and holding it off on their own as best as they can. Not able to see anything from Narco's side just yet.
-1? No, I got him. I got him.
Incorrect call out from 545. It's only a down. Trippy's gonna finish them off. And Fog is gonna get revived. So right now, they should have the good call out, or good kill count here. This push needs to happen at a timing in the next 30 seconds, really. They gotta catch up from the south platform there. Trippy, rocket right on in, get... Oh! Trippy. Downing, and just a quick little trade-off there from another teammate leaves Hello Speed all alone with only 2 down, now 1 down. Narco's easily gonna get this call out. There's the kill follow-up. Wolfenite is coming right on in, finishes off at After Hours. Take map 1. Alright, let's take a quick peek at the kills here. Chandler 12 and 5. Wow. Derpy 8 and 5. Narco 5 and 5. 545 is 5 and 5. Low speed 6 and 6. Kills all around, but lots of trade outs in the end of it all. Let's see where we're going off to next. Well played round from After Hours. The push from the north probably could have held back a little bit more. Let them sit out and chill out in Chinatown and let the rest of the team get positioned and really get eyes on the uplink before actually making the assault in from the north. I think that was the only real point I had for that round. And we are on Snow Peak now. And we're starting off inside. Let me get lost through the tunnels here and get set up and we'll pop back in. We are inside in the tunnels. Alright. Snow Peak. Seems like half of people like it, half of people don't. I like it. I love the outside uplinks though, not the inside ones. I mean, you can't really complain about the box because that's almost a given if you're on Volk. Very Volk favorite, but let's see who. What are the stats on Snow Peak here? Well, I gotta get the team still set before I get too crazy here. 1 second for those. We're starting right off. Really quick rounds between all of the maps and planning.
Guy, guy down there. The guy up here old line
go back
down
there.
aggressive.
Let's see.
We gotta get this map.
They have a C4, 5-4? Nope, they don't. Where is the C4? Where is this C4?
Alright, let's get it. I hope everyone good spirits. Let's get it.
Wait,
Here we go. Mason's got one. Vindicator's really pushing for this defense here. Mason, the most aggressive. They could have been easily taken out if this was a quick spawn. Derpy's hanging out in the side wing there. Nobody has direct eyes on uplink? Nobody has direct eyes on the uplink. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's see this approach in from After Hours now. They're coming in on basically the uncontested front. Alright, here comes Hello Speed. Lots of noise being made. I'm gonna really slow the approach down, because it looks like Trippy heard those as well.
Behind me.
Good call it from Hello Speed. But now it's a what are they going to do about it kind of approach. We'll follow back up here in a minute. Cyanosha, thank you for following. Definitely appreciate all the follows we've been seeing recently here. Down goes Hello Speed. We're getting a little peaky on that front, especially with this approach in from Trippy having a better angle, I think, ultimately. Either way, I think they would have gone down because of how low profile they had for that approach in. Mist thrown smoke. Derpy's gonna come around the corner, at least to defend this. Maybe a few rounds out through that would help at least eliminate one or two of them. They are all bunched up in there. 545 takes out Narco. Looking in the north, and Sullivan only downs them and trades out in the end for the refrag. Derpy, instead of shooting a few rounds in, opts to actually take an exposed defense. I'm really not hearing much communication from AfterHours, but Fog does take a round from that
Get the res.
peek there.
Get the res.
Derpy calls out for a crash and an uplink. Wolf ends up trading out with only a down. It is a 2v2 with one resable. Trippy is going to go for that res here in a second, which is no longer available.
Oh, you flashed me. There's one down there.
Defensive smoke from Chandler. Good move in that front, but they're going to have to at least push up, and there's no real cover once they get past this door. Bat Flash will not be effective as minigame was entirely behind the boxes. Another smoke coming out there. So there was a utility pickup. Minigame gets through the crack of the boxes. Trippy goes and gets Mason. Only a down again. Mason's able to get this quick call up, but Chandler's Trippy is going to rotate all the way back around. They have 1 minute 15 seconds to get in and eliminate the last Vindicator or get this cap in. Minigame opting for the res. Good safe move. Breaking contact this long definitely means that they are rotating around. They're going to take the best approach in for the defense, and
Yes, sir, baby.
they pick up round one. 50 seconds remaining. So, Vindicators keeps up the aggressive defense, and it's turning out relatively well for them. While they are leaving the uplink exposed, they are trading out, at least with AfterHours, to kind of keep them more at bay and really slow them down. Hello Speed slowing down Trippy, Fog, and Wolf definitely helped kind of reset the pace, but I think utility usage on that particular kill would have been perfect because they were triple stacked right in on top of each other. And, I mean, a flashbang, they would have had everybody. A frag grenade, you might get one or two. And that would have cut Vindicators down, or AfterHours down a lot. So let's see how AfterHours return the favor, holding map 1 in. They're not going to want to let Vindicators get ahead too much. They want to keep momentum going as best as they can. And looks like we had a false start in here. shout out to our sponsors briefly here, who are in the upper right-hand corner. Obviously, VRML is contributing to everything, considering they are hosting this. VR Cover, ProTube VR, and Downpour Interactive, of course. I think we have Aura. Let me do a quick pull up on that. Looks like we are going to be entering a timeout. But let me get the stats on Snow Peak pulled up here as well. While we have a break in the action here. Yeah, I just got word it's not going to be too long of a timeout here. It looks like they just needed to do a quick tactical break. After Hours. They chose the map, and they have played it once in season 13 so far. And they played 6 rounds and won 2 times. So maybe this is a map they're just trying to work on competitively. And Vindicators. Who's home? They've played it 4 times and won it 3 times. Vindicators are home though. So I'm a little confused. After Hours chose a map the opponent was strong on. They have a 71% ground win. And they as in the Vindicators. And 75% win rate for maps played. After Hours banned Tanker, which hasn't been played by Vindicators yet. So maybe they just don't like Tanker. And they're comfy on Snow Peak. What are their Season 12 stats before we get back into the action here as the bell has started to go off? Snow Peak. After Hours played it 6 times and won it twice in 12. So I'm a little confused. Maybe there's something that they know that I don't know. Either way, I've effectively stalled just enough here to pick up Fog Cabin. Trying to figure out where exactly I want to sit on those boxes. No quick spawn here again. And as I go around the long way to get to Trippy, holding in on the western approach, which they are going to see 2 people coming in this way. It looks like it's Derpy and 545. And the rest are doing a south push, so it's a 3-2 with... Okay, thought it was gonna be a little chatter coming in from the south already in the tunnels here, but a bit far away for that. Very different defense here from After Hours compared to the Vindicators. So Fog Cabin and Chandler might see some action here shortly. They are in the garage now. Oh, they're splitting off to the opposite side, doing a full team push on one tunnel. Low speed holding up the rear is a great idea, considering that an aggressive flank could come and wipe out all 3 of them, but Trippy taking out one of the two as we saw in the west. Oh, what a flashbang! This is a trick shot throw that they just did. Perfect bounce off the wall, but no push off that. It's now a late push. Are they going to do it again? They are. And Minigame and Chandler trade out ultimately in the end, but
34.
they're getting cut down kind of quick. Bounce back over here. Derpy hasn't moved yet. Kind of wise. Trippy might actually, yeah, pull back. Let Derpy come to them instead. Flashbang should not have actually been effective on Fog Cabin, but the return definitely was. Fog Cabin looking for anything during the smoke, but Mason just gets the kill as it dissipates away. Wolf of the Night looking in the return, not going to find anything because it was dense enough. It is just starting to go away though here.
Another one.
And Vindicators have turned this around.
Left tunnel. Never mind.
Don't worry.
Trippy coming all the way around as Mason gets taken out. Hello Speed's watching the rear. Oh, very nicely done. What a wonderful way to hold the defense there. And Derpy, instead of going for tablet, is going to eliminate the last After Hours. Vindicators now have 2 points on the board after the loss they suffered on Subway. So yeah, that was a good, interesting push. I mean, you don't typically see a 3-2 with everybody stacking up in one side of the tunnels, but Hello Speed watching the back ultimately did help. And let's head outside now. We're gonna go out to where is it? I can't see the dot on the uplink. Oh, the mini map was deceiving me. We are not at the shack. We are in the north hangar.
No, 545, drop it. Drop it. It's fine.
I'm
Just
trying
forget
to
about
fucking apologize, you cunt. Apex, my mom was bothering me. She got me killed.
Let's come over here to the After Hours as Vindicators figure out their setup. Nice roundabout 3-2 push. We might see. Yeah, Narco's got the 249. Oh, there's a pair of 249s. Narco's running the Hollow site. No, Trippy does not have a 2-4. Oh, they're running a red dot. I don't think they meant to, especially with going outside. Probably gonna see a lot of covering fire as everybody pushes in from the south. Drone going up is gonna give plenty of intel as to where exactly they are hiding out.
So fucking annoying.
How many are out in the open? One.
I am chilled out. I'm just really pissed at him.
2. Only 2 out in the open here, but common spots from 545 and Hello Speed. Drone is pretty visible. get a quick glimpse as to what this view might lend them. Obviously, this is not the exact drone view, but Apex is definitely able to get called out there. Probably can see Derpy's legs too. I'm not gonna see the other two inside. Where is this? Oh yeah, that's right. Mason's all the way out in the open, covering in on the quick spawn bone approach. So at least 2, maybe 3 are gonna get called out. And nobody on the outside is looking up in the sky. They probably wouldn't be able to see it fully either way, but they were not concerned about a drone. Nothing really yet on possession from Narco. Let's see what Wolf and Chandler are talking about.
3-minute mark.
I've got 4 called out for y'all. I'm still not seeing anything by the sniper tower.
Alright, so there we have it. 4 called out. So, we're gonna see things kick off here in a second. Narco is about to kick this off, I think, with a lot of more suppressing fire after everybody's starting to get a little peaky and antsy. Mason looking for calling out where exactly that is. I don't think they're going to see him just yet. Derpy is going to actually get a good angle back on Fog, though. Getting a little peaky, especially with that 249. They could have covered it in on the Hescos.
In a little hot right for me.
Oh! That frag grenade was a good throw that went wrong after the shot, but it still did land pretty close to Derpy, but excellent timing on those shots, though. So with Trippy now the lone north push, the other two creeping up here, but they gonna be a little outgunned since they're walking in with 4 called out and not getting any previous kills. This approach is now confirmed becoming into the south. Trippy's gonna have to start opening up.
-1.
545 gets 1. Chandler could have taken that quick peek. 545 is going to be behind them in a second here now. Down goes Hello Speed. Cap is open. Uplink is open. 545 unaware. So what's going on? Chandler is going to kick this off. We get AfterHours back on the board with 2.
What, you guys let him run? He came from your side?
And there is a way to get yourself back up after 2 rounds being lost there. Didn't want to lose the momentum fully, obviously. You never really want to get that momentum lost, especially when you're on an open map and you have only 18 seconds left on the clock. For 4 called out, there was no effective fire on where everybody was, despite a couple of angles being there. I'm thinking of Mason from where Narco was. Definitely could have been tagged. If Derpy was called out, rounds through that shed would have at least been able to get them down 2. And somebody could have at least pre-fired or at least suppressed Apex here in the southwest. But hey, it worked. They got the kill. They got the kills to let them in. 545 missed them walking right around the side of the gas tank, and yeah, Chandler kicks it off with 2. So now AfterHours is in a good position to defend this and get 3rd point on the board. And then if they trade rounds, they will come back to Volk for the 4th. So excellent position to be in right now.
Like say in between.
Yeah.
One, Arco. Don't matter.
And if you need to move slowly, get up slowly. That's a strong spot we need.
So they are getting a south push. But it looks like they were not very happy with it, as everybody is running right across. Not paying any concern here as to being seen as they crest this hill.
I gotta tell you something.
So let's see what they do in a minute, because they're setting up still. No real,
I only saw one go around, but I kind of hid for a second.
no real non-business chatter here, especially after all of the success they had. Chandler gets the one call out on the south, ultimately misses. That is Apex out there. Let's see what their kit has got as they pull back. It's like a standard AK-5C, nothing extra special there. The rest of the team is kind of getting set up here in the north. We're going to be exiting the setup phase here in a minute, looks like.
But I had circle percent my house. What's that? Where the fuck? Where do they? Where's the guy with the SKS?
One.
Ooh,
-1, -1.
great shot out
Not confirmed, not confirmed.
From-
Not confirmed.
the quick spawn peeking kind of an angle there. I think this was the one person they wanted in the north,
Yeah, I know.
ultimately because of how strong that position can be. And Wolf in the Night is going to rotate to cover that angle instead, but from a little bit of a standard spot. Getting a bit peaky. They do have the cover from the Heskos to duck back behind, but they are trapped ultimately if they do get into a fight and they need to get out.
Hey, don't pick that. Don't pick. Don't pick. We have 257. We have 4 people. Move up.
Apex.
Watch out! Watch. Move up.
Making lots of noise in this approach for sure. Wolf
They're
not
respawn-
effective on those, but he is going to get flashed perfectly right next to him in the leg there. Fog is going to get a couple rounds out. Nothing really helping ultimately though. Spoke to blindfold. Great idea. Derpy is going to come around the corner looking for something here for the Mark 18. Because that smoke, it's really going to block their own visions as well. And Apex is going to be running right across here. Chandler was covering this angle earlier, but seems like they're opting to really pay attention to the northern approach now.
Minus 1.
Derpy, knowing where Wolf was, does get peaky. Mason's coming around for a nice slow approach. Are they gonna get fog cabin? They are fully behind cover. Oh, here comes Wolf getting a bit peaky. Good trade out there with the refrags ultimately, but Apex is now coming in from the south, and Narco's gonna have to really pay attention here. And fully exposed does get the kill, and that shuts down the southern approach, really just leaving the two in the north with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. This is gonna be a hard push. They're really gonna need to like buckle down on this. All right, there goes Narco as they are entering the doorway. That is a deadly trap there. Fog Cabin is looking for anything here they can get, but Hello Speed is behind the Hescos now.
We got 40 seconds.
Seems to have lost a little bit of awareness with this, but
Where?
In front of me.
and 545 wraps it up.
Nope. Already.
Hello Speed clearly learned that you can shoot through the thin on the shelters there. So Vindicators are at least going to defend it and put AfterHours now on the offense as we relocate into the hardest one to attack. We are in the box. What are we gonna see here? Vindicators really just gotta sit down. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to leave this room. They just gotta sit down and watch all 4 doors and have one rotate back if somebody goes down. That's it. And they've won map 2 at that point. Are the Vindicators going to be able to be disciplined enough to recognize that you don't need an aggressive push here is going to be my question. Because they've done very well with aggressive defenses, both now and historically. But the discipline to just sit and stay is also a hard one to really master.
So I'm watching.
No, I'm putting a C4.
Yeah, me, I'll go back there. Me, I'll go here.
I'm watching the outside right here.
Wait.
Okay, I'm playing over there then.
No,
Alright.
no, you watch there. Like,
Just stay in here. No, I got this.
Yeah, that's a good spot to stay there.
A little bit of confusion as to what's actually going on still for the
I can't
defense,
shoot
but
through this one.
AfterHours do get a quick spawn here. It looks like all but one of the Vindicators are actually sitting in the room, showing they do recognize they only need to get this one final kill or one final defense to make it a map 3 decider. Now, I've seen people play aggressive on this hill before, so I like this particular angle because of the ability to knock down any aggressive pushes through the boneyard. But interestingly, the rest of the team is going through the tunnels. They're not sending one in through the front door. As you typically see, like, most teams will at least try to get 3 doors.
Go with Narco and Wolf.
At least get 3 doors covered for the attack. And your best bet is to coordinate it at the same time. Like, Whether you say, okay, we're going to go in at 2 minutes, or you're going to go in at 1 minute, or you do a series of radio clicks. But this coordination is going to have to really, really be well done and pulled off. And the utility is going to have to come out and be effective. Not just something that's going to hit the side of the columns or the boxes, but something like a 203 actually inside the door.
So push is gonna be on all doors. Get ready.
But the big question is from where, based on the angles being held, because they're not going to be effective with
Only been 2 minutes.
a 203. And you can hear Hello Speed saying it's only been 2 minutes.
Dude,
Yeah,
please hurry. I can't do this, Mason.
it's only been 2
You have
minutes,
to act or
and
something.
After Hours are playing this nice and quiet, making defense a little bit antsy.
Ready to go.
Here's a call, ready to go. Let's see how this goes. Down goes Chandler with a C4. Picking it off loud, lots of pre-fire, an ineffective smoke in the entryway here. Maybe it was wanted to be placed there, but welcome to the night. Charging right on through, does not get anything. No utilities coming out here. This is not going to be good for After Hours at this rate.
It's on the other side of this. I already got it.
One C4 was knocked out apparently. Narco coming in with minigame, getting a little peek right underneath here. Yeah, that's a small little angle, at least tell you when he's there. I don't know if you're going to be able to get that kill, though. We'll see here. No way!
And it's 1.
That just happened! What is this angle?
Nice jiggle, dude. That scared me.
Flashbang.
Derpy.
There goes one. Refrag, though. Great call out from 545 saying, hey, I need backup. It is a 1v4 with 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining.
42, my bad. Don't
Things
care,
are
shit.
not
Keep it.
looking good
Watch between the boxes. Stay
for
close.
After Hours here. Fog is going to continue their push as best as they can. 1:20 remaining. So plenty of time to at least pull back, but if they want to rotate, they got a long way to go and not many angles to hold where they're going to have an advantage. I think they're contemplating it. "35 seconds remaining." I don't know if Fog Cabin recognizes the short amount of time here. They are going to double back, but I don't know if they're gonna be enough time ultimately to make this full push. There is a small angle on Derby if they peeked, but
Nice. 3-1, guys.
a 1v4 on this uplink, hard to work with. Hard to work with. Oh, and I just pushed the wrong button. I'm sorry about that. Let's get back into the scoreboard here. Have I not been logging the... Uh-oh, have I not been logging that? So... Oh, I did. I was just on the wrong screen of my own record here. So, map 3 is Bizarre. And get this set back up here. Alright, now we're back in business. We're starting off in the northeast courtyard, where this uplink has recently moved. So it's no longer capable in the building itself. But yeah, I mean, you as usual, lots of smokes. Get a couple of picks, and a good team crash with timing, and yeah, you'll be fine. Vindicators are now on Marsa. While we haven't seen a cap come out of them, it would help establish the lead going into this map. So I will hope and we'll see that a cap comes out on this map for them to at least repay the respects to AfterHours after losing one on Snow Peak. And they are going to get quick spawn.
This one. Mason, where are you?
Right here.
Play stone, man. We got this.
An immediate south push going all the way around. Free fire coming out. Not making contact with anybody.
Okay.
But it does give away the position as to where they spawned in from. And with the defense here, only a couple of people in the immediate courtyard. Wolf of the Night's in a great spot to at least catch out who's that? Hello Speedos. They are going to cross, but they're also going to have to watch their back here too.
-1. Center
There's the
across
down.
Center Street.
An incorrect call out. Are they going to take the time to confirm and correct it? Not looking like it.
The objective one. I'll provide you guys with all the calls I can.
Now here's the thing. Hello Speed is exposed enough that even if somebody does try to come res them,
So you got
that
so the guy on the
individual
right
is going to
can
be
clear out,
exposed very, very greatly.
Alright, get off, get off, get off.
So, looks like they are going to opt to leave Hello Speed down, and the rest of the team come looking in for anything they can spot, which from this angle in the dark corner is not going to be anything they can see here.
East of OBJ.
Which blue?
There is a,
OBJ.
yeah, there's a call out. They didn't get the Kayat word out that most people know, but the east of OBJ is... There we go. There are two in the east, but not exactly where they are thinking. So let's hop on down over to those two folks. See what they're doing. I guess they're still chilling out over here.
Go for it. Keep watching it, keep watching it, keep watching it.
No laser this direction, but Wolf definitely should be able to hear this. And indeed they have. They're holding a different angle here, watching for a later cross, but looks like they're gonna... like 545. Derpy are not gonna go in front of the tank.
Over behind us is a shit call out. Over behind us where? There's a lot behind us. Is that -1?
There's -1 on AfterHours to return the favor after Hello Speed did bleed out after all of this. Plenty of smoke's coming out and a flashbang. I think that got Chandler. Plenty of, oh, friendly fire through the smoke. Not good for Vindicators at all. Chandler doing a bit of protective fire. And there goes one more for AfterHours. Chandler knocks out minigame, which is going to at least free up the defense to focus on the last two in this 2v2 fight on the east.
I have no idea where the last guy is. I think he's last.
Yeah, there is an incorrect call out that did just take place there. There are 2 people, not 1.
I'm trying to run right.
They are very loud and chatty here. So Narco can hear this, as we were able to barely get a quick audio glimpse as to what their thoughts were while we were in that courtyard, but... .545 getting lucky with Narco having the better angle and a tiny little glimpse here. But that does give them a tighter kill box, ultimately. So now we are surrounding Chandler.
Hey, you have a flashbang, right? Okay, what I want you to do is come around more right side. Like where the wall
45
starts,
seconds
and I want you
remaining.
to
They're
toss the
planning
flash
this
over,
out.
and then we're gonna
This
apply
is-
a lot of pressure.
They're gonna have to really take advantage of this chaos they're trying to create. Didn't look like that's gonna get Chandler, but 545's coming from behind. Chandler's pincered. Which direction do you look? You just
good job,
go
dude.
out
Good
and
flash. I
and
banged
die.
him.
As best as you can, take as many as you can out, but 25 seconds remaining, and that was a long round on Bazaar. Daddy Spartan, yes. From what I had seen and tested, you cannot cap from the corner of the building anymore. They relocated it to be just outside of the tent when it was directly underneath it before, so it is just ever so slightly out of range. You can kind of see the distance here from the center of the uplink. It is a bit far. So now you actually have to be fully exposed and on the post, or on like the platform between the posts and the uplink to get that. Texas Spinbird, thank you for the follow. You're doing a great diligence to yourself for getting more Onward VRML action here. You stream pretty regularly. It is spotty on the day cover, but we usually typically get a few more on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Another quick spawn here.
No gravy on my grits.
I don't know what he's saying about grits and gravy. I love grits, but I usually like it with jelly. Nothing
Get better eyes.
on the peak here. Not taking advantage of the actual pre-fire, but they are going to get the intel out. And looking at the mini-map, all the way down on the south alley are 2 more coming in.
Misinput. Misinput.
Misfire from 545
Misinput.
with some radio issues going on there. Oh, I'm not in gameplay. Let's fix that. Trying to get a little peek down behind here, but not gonna see 545 all the way down there. Narco opting to take a few shots out in the open with a miss throw on the smoke. At least they dodged the return fire from hello speed. And
Oh my god!
oh no, oh no,
I just
Narco.
fucking TK'd. There's someone here north Kiot.
Narco getting killed and Fog giving the incorrect call out there. Nobody was in key out here. Mason was peeking this though.
I mean, obviously, but yeah.
That's what you
Down
get
goes
for,
Derpy,
that's what
opening
happens
up
when you
a
pay.
bit more in
Switch your
the
motion over there. Switch your direction
southeast,
over
but that is going to get 545 to look down that direction.
there. Yeah, go for it.
Mason
Switch it.
does have this
all around us, all
clacker
Stay.
out. Let's see the C4 explicitly out there, but 545 with the flashbang up and over. He's gonna get trippy as they get into the shack just in time. Having to heal up there briefly. 545 right into the corner, not gonna see anything. Trippy, I think, is gonna be disciplined here and just kind of hold back.
One trying to push us speed.
Lots of action going up over here. Nothing on the C4. That, I think, was a bit high for any sort of effectiveness. Mason could pop up and get this kill
Right
if
on
they
the
do
other
a,
side of us.
do a quick peek there. Alright, and that tablet is going to give... The tablet going out on the ground is going to give them the idea that they were planning on sitting there.
We just killed another one.
Vindicators are down by 2, down to 2 now. And AfterHours gets a refrag in a different area, so this is going to play a little interesting. Wolf in the Night goes for the kill all the way in the south of the courtyard. And yeah, we're into a 2v1 now. Plenty of smokes coming out here. This is looking a little bit more hectic for Mason, getting those adrenaline pumps through the heart. And Chandler coming around the corner and a trade out to get the round for AfterHours. That TK. Well, they got it in the end. The stronger push on the north, it definitely would have helped. So we are now moving into the Humvee uplink, and folks, we are basically taking the full 6 minutes on Bazaar. We had 1 minute and 30 remaining. This is a long Bazaar. So, yeah, we're still trading rounds with the map 3 here, so it's anybody's game at this point as to what's actually going to happen. But let's take a brief moment to acknowledge some social media that we have out here. We are expanding the social media team. I'm actually starting to do a little bit more with it in the last week or so. It's been a little slow for me this week in particular, but starting to get some more matches scheduled out there. And with that, we also have a TikTok account, and we had the week 1 highlights posted by Lilu, and that was going onto TikTok, I think YouTube, and Twitter did have a link posted for it. So go check that out. It was first time doing it, so we're gonna be doing some improvements to the templating and try to get those caps, or those clips. Sorry, not caps. Get those clips in, so that way we have content that you guys want to see potentially featured in the highlights.
Right side, right side. I'm in.
A little bit more of exploded defense from Vindicators with two directly on top of each other. Quick spawn is in the works for... I'm sorry, AfterHours has the semi-exploded defense there with two on top of each other. And after Vindicators
Illegal. Don't. It's illegal.
Okay, I didn't know. I was scared.
are
Grenade
working
back
on
from-
their
I would never do something to food.
working on their way to get in some angles here. Chandler's getting a little peaky.
Tablet awareness trip.
They're definitely doing a fan split, so just careful of that.
Yeah, you're right. They are doing a fan approach, as you call it, but 545 and Trippy are not going to see each other, at least until the red truck here. We'll come back to this in a minute. But let's see how the two all the way in the east are doing with a cautious push over here. When the defenders, Volk could not necessarily get over here with a lot of time. I mean, we have seen 2 minutes off the board now, but usually you don't see anybody this way, so wonder
Moving into mid road.
I wonder if there's a play that I haven't seen for Bizarre that they are a little more cautious about.
-1.
Down goes Chandler, but they do have Wolf right around the corner, able to look for that angle here. They are covering the inside of the building, but a late angle peak here on the markets would do some good. Just don't want to cross in front of Hello Speed's laser, of course, but
One down east.
oh! And after getting Mason, Wolf defends it with a refrag. Fog is only down. 545 gets Trippy out in the west part of the courtyard after rotate back. We are seeing 3 Vindicators collapsing in on this from all different angles. Narco getting a little antsy for that defense. Now makes it a 1v3 with Fog Cabin down. At least able to get these callouts for where Hello Speed is.
Billboard, second story billboard, second story, backside.
They did have a clacker, so there is a C4 that is out there still, but not going to be utilized anymore, which is going to give the Marsoc team a better comfort level getting here, that there's not going to be another explosion. Not exactly where they wanted, but and we're gonna wrap that up with Vindicators getting the kills.
Almost killed him.
Close one cap in range, but Wolf was directly on it, so you can't blame him for the kill on that. Having the one from the south, I think it was Derpy, having them come in and at least communicate, hey, I'm gonna go for the cap, and get it at the Humvee tire, would have been putting them on the board with 3 to give them a good comfy lead here. But AfterHours are gonna feel this stress a little bit more after not having returned the defense there. So, predictions. Who do you think's gonna win? I don't think I have the ability to do a full prediction on here. I can do a poll. Let's see. Let's see if we can throw this up real quick for you. And poll is up. Could give you some channel points. So a northeast spawn here for Marsoc. I think I actually like this approach in better because you can get a little bit more established on not as great of a defensible route in, especially from the street. Because somebody from Volk could have pushed out into Market, which they did not do. We actually have a pretty similar strategy for how AfterHours had the defense there. But
One in the building on the corner. OBJ side.
those rounds not actually connecting on hello speed is going to kind of give away 3 of them that are in on the southern approach and the eastern approach. A hard angle to really see anything here on fog though, because there's that shop right in the way on the window. Chandler's holding a good crossfire. It looks like hello speed identified.
Good one.
Trippy's gonna really have a hard time crossing out here with Apex covering that angle. Excellent smoke placement though for it, but coming this route, not exactly where that smoke needs to be for it. The safer option is to go with Wolf across the street back there at Red Car. Is indicated. Wolf did get that, but the smoke now wasn't there. I'm sorry, Wolf did go down to that.
That's 53, right?
323 remaining on the clock, and
50. I mean 50.
we are...
Stop. Get back in. I do what I
We're
want.
really seeing a slower approach in after that.
They're right on the other side then. Here.
And down goes Trippy, so this southern push is really getting cut down. Fog Cabin also going down in the north. It's a 2v5 with Chandler trading out with hello speed. Ooh, did that actually hurt Apex?
Oh shoot, you're...
Oh no, here's Chandler. It was a C4 over on Chandler. It sounded like the C4 was over on Apex, but... 2 minutes remaining. What is Narco's approach going to be, especially knowing that this is a very contested area in the south and having been identified? They could get through the southeast courtyard over to Chandler, but that's a risky move. $120. Actions have to be taken here. Decisions have to be made. This approach is going to be super hard in the south, especially with the ability for Derpy and Apex just to quickly take a peek down from their own positions and get that last kill. Nice little lawn chair to sit in. 40 seconds remaining. I don't know what we're gonna see here. Derpy getting the cross kill as we hit 19 seconds. Going all the way south. Vindicators are in the lead. They are at match point right here. Oh, and we are moving into the southeast courtyard. Vindicators on Marsoc. This is going to be a hard push for them to get in. This is going to have to be well timed and lots of utility ultimately. I mean this uplink really just comes down to how effectively you place utility and not come one person waving it at a time. Like you gotta hit this at least 3 people. So, where are we gonna spawn off? Promise Dash, thank you for the follow. You're in for some great Onward action over the next few weeks as we are in week 4 of 15. Alright, here we go. And we have the most interesting spawn.
To scaffolding and watch in.
Chandler, somebody, anybody?
Okay.
Nobody opting to watch this lane and pre-fire all the way down. Hello Speed, grabbing one going out to the scaffolding. This is a dangerous revive now. Wolf getting the callouts there. Was another C4 that could have been deployed early. European 545 looking for the kill on tank with fog. Not gonna hit anything just yet though. Where's the in the south? South Miz Mason. Looking for code, it seems, just with one of the tablets been out. Chandler not not connecting it, unfortunately for him. There's a trade out in tank, so that leaves this street wide open now for Derpy and 545 to keep going and pushing that in. After it's just down to 2 remaining here, Chandler's gonna have to rotate back. Are they going to recognize the situation? Trippy gets Mason caught out in the open from an unexpected angle in the shops. Apex looking for where exactly that came from. I don't think they're gonna get it. 545 is looking all the way in, not seeing anything. Derpy is around the corner. I think we lost a bit of that rotating momentum here after Mason was killed. With Vindicator trying to figure out how they're going to do this push with all 3 of them on the same side.
I got 2 on me. You didn't cross it. He's like just right there, like on the south.
Okay, we have one up here.
Yep.
Derpy looks like they're going to start going for it.
Yeah, one
Does not connect on Trippy, but Sullivan is looking this way. Ew. What just happened? Did they tap themselves with the pistol instead of getting the syringe? Chandler 1v3, unable to go pick up Trippy. Still, after all this time, Apex and 545 have been lagging behind in the same area. Chandler gets Derpy. 545 on the other side of the wall saying, nope, not going that way anymore. Another smoke comes in. Chandler is in a great position, but finish now. What is going on? They're not pushing it. Another flash. It looks like it grabbed 545. Great timing there. Chandler trying to get Trippy, and Vindicators win it as the pickup attempt goes. And what a way to shake this up. Vindicators taking it 4-1. So, all right, an accidental down apparently is the key. That was Vindicator's key to get in the door for the win here on the turnstile, or the thinking subway, on the southeast uplink. I bet they're feeling that. Sorry, After Hours. Sorry, Trippy, that was just hard to watch. I'm sure it was hard for you to endure with that accidental kill. But it is what it is. Vindicators take map number 3, winning the series. So, congrats on the win. This is now, I believe, 5-1 for you at that point. And good games from After Hours, especially with that cap on Snow Peak. That was a really good sneak-in you guys had there. Overall, not a bad match though. Lots of trading rounds back and forth, so it seemed relatively even until just a couple of minor missteps and getting a bit more of a better defense from Vindicators. Alright, with that, have a good night.